Hello, I'm the baby. 6 days ago now, Benjamin was born. He didn't have a name for about 2 days because none of the ones that we'd picked we liked. So now he's Benjamin, which was completely out of the blue. Wasn't a name on our list. Wasn't anything that we'd thought about before, but we're happy with it. We think it suits him. Yeah, as I say, I'm 6 days after the operation now. Dressing's come off. Everything's good and settled and not sore. Well, not too sore down there. He's feeding nicely. He's settled into the family well. We're not awful at the moment overnight. I know that I'm not going to be able to sleep, but it's not too bad. We're doing about 3 or 4 hours at a time. So mummies can cope on 3 or 4 hours sleep. All the other family is enjoying him being here. There's been no real problems with other people feeling like he's taking their space or anything like that. I think the boys are better because they had Sophie, and Sophie just likes him because he's something new to play with. But I think when you're 1 you don't really mind so much. But he was £9.8. He dropped down 4 ounces. So he's not dropped too much at all. They said that 10% or up to 10% is normal. So he's not dropped too much. Hopefully he's going back up again now. I don't know what else to say really. The cesarean was standard, I think. It went the same pretty much as all the others. It was everything that I expected. It was fairly quick. I think it was about 25-30 minutes before they got to him, but they took away some of my old scar as well. So he said that he'd taken away a piece around my scar to make it nicer or thicker, or I'm not sure what he did to it, but he did something extra because I've had this is the 4th cesarean, so I've had the 3 before, so I don't know if the skin was a bit thin or something like that. But so they've done that, and they then gave me him to cuddle, which was lovely, and stitched me back up. And then I was on just Voltarol and paracetamol afterwards. They offered me Oromorph, but it made me sick last time, so I didn't take any. So I felt really quite well, because after Sophie I did feel sick. But I think now that was the Oromorph rather than anything, because it hasn't happened this time. So now I've come home, I haven't felt too different than I did in hospital, because I never took the Oromorph anyway. So I think that helped me, but then other people like the Oromorph, so if it works for you, it works for you, brilliant. But it didn't do it for me, so I didn't have any of it. But unfortunately this time they've decided that I need to be on a Clexane injection, which is like a blood thinner. I'm not sure why they decided that I needed to be on it. No one really said why. They just sent me home with these injections I've got to do myself, which is not very good fun. I don't like it. I'm not very good at it. Luckily they taught Jack how to do it as well, so he's been doing my injections for me, and I've only got today's one left to go, so I am very pleased about that. They're tiny. They're nothing to worry about at all, but I don't like the thought. The thought of injecting myself is a little bit past it for me. So I can cope with injections fine, as long as someone else is doing it, I've decided. But if you've got to do them for yourself, don't worry about it too much. It doesn't hurt. There's a little bit stingy afterwards when it all goes in, but that's fine. It's not like a blood test injection. It's not like a scary injection. They are tiny and really nothing to worry about. So if you're told that you've got to take them, don't worry about it. But if you're like me and you're not sure if you want to inject yourself, get someone who's willing to inject you, to come into the hospital when they are going to do it and get them to learn. That's my biggest recommendation. But other than that, I think it's all been, so far, fairly plain sailing, easy, everything gone to plan. So I will fill you in with a bit more at a later date.